So I got one of these cheap lighters again from Amazon, or sorry, not Amazon, AliExpress. Probably you can find the same thing on Amazon, but you know, on Amazon people just resell whatever they buy on AliExpress. I mean, not even resell, they just forward it to your address. So you might want to check out AliExpress. Anyhow, I bought one of these, so you don't have to. I'm just petting the dog as well. And I know I'm boring. I'm here with my Yannick mirror. Can't get enough of it. So I bought one of these, and I figured, you know, I'm gonna give you my opinions on it, so you don't have to buy it. You got a couple of comments on my I Am Corona Old Boy versus or Old Boy review, I guess, where I compared it to a cheap Chinese pipe lighter and also Karibi. And yeah, it seems like this is something that you guys enjoy. Hopefully you also enjoy my neighbors working on something before 8 a.m. on a Wednesday, or on a Tuesday rather. Alright, seems like they finished. So this one is a pipe lighter called SPUNK. SPUNK, if you write that into AliExpress, you're going to find a lot of variations of this. And let me give you some thoughts on this. So immediately when I opened this up, and I'm going to show you a couple of close-ups here. When I opened this up, I felt that, yeah, this is some cheap metal. If it is metal, it's this lacquered finish, you know. And when you hold it, even the G-Fang feels like it's double weight versus this. I mean, the G-Fang and I Am Corona is pretty much the same weight on feel, at least. And when you hold this, you're like, okay, I get it why it's cheap, you know. So I immediately had some doubts on how this is going to work out. This small ring here that holds in, or not ring, you know, this gasket here that holds your flint in, it doesn't have a gasket, you know, it's just metal on metal, which could, you know, it's acceptable. I mean, this is like $10. What I do like versus the I Am Corona again is the flint wheel here. It's actually ridged, you know, it has these ridges around, so you don't have to actually use like the flint wheel itself to light the flame like on an I Am Corona Old Boy, which is just not acceptable for me. The I Am Corona Old Boy's wheel on here is so smooth you can barely, you know, get it started. So that's good, that's nice. This design, this also feels a bit plasticky, you know. So on the pictures you would expect it, oh, this is going to look so nice. In person, not so much, right? In person you can see that this is just a cheap kind of plasticky material. On the bottom, both the screw and the refill gasket, or whatever you call that, it's misaligned. It's not in the center. It doesn't even fit this bottom part, you know, the adjustment. The pipe temper tool, it has a little play like the I Am Corona. It has a little wiggle to it, which I don't like. and all the different parts, the finishes, the ridges, are just like they're not smooth. They're not smooth at all. So the finish is visibly worse than on the G-Fang and on the Corona Old Boy. The the um, the end of the temper, this scoop part, the staying, does fit to the adjustment on the bottom, but not as nicely as on G-Fang. It just barely fits, and if you adjust the flame, you have a bit of hard time pulling this out. And whenever you place the temper in and you pull it out, you can basically hear the edges of that hole scraping the temper itself because of the bad finishing. And it just doesn't fit as nicely. It has this wiggle. It doesn't fit as nicely as the G-Fang either. The flame itself, it does the job. It works. It's a single hole flame. Um, it's fine. This little hinge also constructed okay, so I don't have a problem with that. But this definitely is below the G-Fang for sure. But for the price, this is also again like $10. It's better than a big in terms of design, not in terms. A lot of people love the big. You can throw it around. You can throw this around. I mean, $5-10. What do you want? It looks okay. It looks cool. It looks better on images than on person. It's kind of a conversation starter, I guess, and you don't have to worry about it that much. I mean, again, price is it's not as big, of course, but it's not like your $100, $150 Petersons, Daniels, whatever's, right? So yeah, it's kind of a, I don't know, 4 out of 10 for me. I never really rated these things, but hey, it's not too late to start. Alright, so that's it, guys. I hope some of you who is scrolling through the web trying to find lighters got some info from this. I'm gonna throw up a lot of videos, close-ups of the lighter itself, so you can decide better. And why not? For the price, try it out, play around with it, play around, a lot of nice different designs. That's it, guys. Anyways, the neighbors are starting again, so I'm gonna close this up. I'm gonna enjoy this smoke, I mean, as much as I can do it. Alright, see you in the next one.